This has been the scene in northern Gaza in recent days. Retaliatory airstrikes from Israel have continued to level buildings following Hamas's incursion over the border that saw hundreds killed and many taken hostage. The death toll from Israeli airstrikes grows daily, with most recent figures showing more than 1,300 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to defeat Hamas, as he likened the organisation to ISIS.
They are savages. Hamas is ISIS. And just as the forces of civilizations united to defeat ISIS, the forces of civilization must support Israel in defeating Hamas.
As Israel continues airstrikes on Hamas targets in Gaza, support from international allies such as the US has continued as they emphasise Israel's right to defend themselves.
Let there be no doubt, the United States has Israel's back. We will make sure the Jewish and democratic state of Israel can defend itself today, tomorrow, as we always have. It's as simple as that. These atrocities have been sickening. We're with Israel. Let's make no mistake. Thank you.
On the border, tanks and armoured vehicles continue to make their way to the area as Israel increases its military presence.
This is as close to the front line as we can get. We're in southern Israel, just several miles outside Gaza. What you see behind us are artillery weapons, howitzers firing into Gaza. It's a pretty dangerous area, so we're not going to spend too long here, but we can't say exactly where we are for obvious reasons. These shells have been fired for some hours now, and will continue to do so as the whole of the country braces itself for what will probably be a pretty bloody ground offensive into Gaza, and the rocket and missile exchanges have continued throughout the day.
Israel has since warned over 1 million Palestinians to evacuate the northern part of Gaza, as further bombing is expected and a ground offensive from Israeli forces is looking more likely. Hamas, however, has urged Palestinians to ignore the order from the Israeli military, whilst the United Nations has said it is impossible for Palestinians to evacuate to the south of Gaza in the next 24 hours, and that it would result in devastating humanitarian consequences. They have called for the order to be rescinded to avoid what is already a tragedy turning into a calamitous situation. As the impending evacuation deadline looms and a burgeoning military force assembles at the border, the world anxiously anticipates Israel's next move in a conflict that has already claimed thousands of lives.